かな雰囲気、とても好きです。
Speaking, one, two, three. Okay, looks like things are working. So today, I wanted to do more tower defense. I actually haven't touched tower defense since streaming yesterday, but I did enjoy it so much that I figured I'd do it more. But now that I've beat the toughest difficulty, I honestly have very little motivation to try to do better on that. It just takes way too long. It's got 10 rounds. It's hard. It's harder than any of the others, and that's not a bad thing, but it's just really stressful for 10 rounds. So I'm gonna do the next difficulty. And I figured I'd try to restrict myself in other ways. But first, I wanted to do this because I figure I need to get the... Oh, and I happen to have the exact same teams like this. I need to get the
よーし、頑張るよ。
reward. I figure it's well worth 60 resin every week just for the chance at getting a prototype or the other material, which I'm sure I'll be needing for other servants and their talents. Let's see, so Kaching is actually not necessarily the one I want here. I could put in Diona for double cryo. Should raise Ganyu's crit rate. Is there another buffer? Yeah, let's just go with that. I guess I also could have brought another pyro just for the 25% straight up attack buff. But should be fine. Let's see how this goes. I've never one-rounded Dvalin. If I can do that, that'd be cool, but I would be quite surprised if this is the first time that I pull that off. But hey, there's a first time for everything, right? And of course, that's not how you're supposed to use that phrase at all, because there's often not a first time for a lot of things. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. There's often just a 0th time for things. They just never happen. So I should have switched to Barbara before I switched to Ganyu. Oh, so close. Yeah, I think if I had switched to Barbara, then I might have been able to one-round it. Because Barbara has the Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers, which provides a nearly 50% attack buff to the next character who switches in. So, I guess I'll have to waste some time going side to side. Actually, another thing I could have done is give Ganyu an attack buff with food. Could have just either given a straight up attack buff or used the potion for the cryo. Yeah, that could have worked. There we go. Yeah, Ganyu really helps trivialize or nearly trivialize Storm Terror. Alright, come on, give me a prototype. No prototype. And so Dvalin's Claw is one that I do not need, as far as I know. That's actually not bad, especially if it manages to roll something like crit damage as fourth one. Oh, hello, Wave Master. Thank you for coming by. Hope you've had a good Sunday, and hope your rolls have been good in terms of drops. This this one's not bad either. Actually, they both have percentage energy recharge and percentage crit rate, don't they? So this one's, yeah, alright. I guess overall, can't complain about these drops. Your one job today is to watch every single one of your NA. Oh, yeah, is that over by today? I actually might have to do that if that's the case. But I actually won't watch. I guess I'll just skip through it and then watch it at another point because that's when it unlocks. 2 days left. Oh, I see. Well, today's the last weekend day. Yeah, before it goes out, so makes sense. That one's not bad either. It's only 2 stats though. Yeah, that one's kind of poopy. This one, okay, so mediocre to good artifact drops, but overall pretty poopy drops because I that was not Dvalin's that was not the drop from Dvalin that I can really use. But I'm sure someday I'll get character that will need it, so doesn't hurt to have them. So now, oh, I guess what I'll do first is condense resin, and then I'll do a couple runs of I'll do one run actually of the artifact domain, cryo artifact domain. Still looking for, I'd be happy with one very good piece, even if it's not a game end or end game piece. I don't know if there's a proper term for that, but a piece that I'll never ever replace because it's so damn good. I'm not expecting one of those, but one that'll at least last me up to level 16 if it keeps getting good rolls. So, maybe I should take another pyro. I just don't have another really good pyro. I guess I have Jingyan. Jinyan. She can provide help with the shield, but the fact that the shield provides pyro, it actually doesn't matter too much. Let's try it. Yeah, let's try it. I've never tried this team, but this way I have 2 ways to help get rid of the fire or the ice shield. And I have a 25% attack buff, and Ganyu will have to stay back and come in after their shields are gone and just destroy them. Barbara can provide attack buffs and emergency healing, but I'll try to mainly rely on Bennett's healing. Okay, let's start by using Ninja Pyro. Right, let's avoid that guy a bit. Yeah. Alright, good. Got that. Shit. Alright, so now Ganyu. Oh. Ah. Wow. Okay, he's dead. Good. Let's try to get his burst up. Ah, nice. So unfortunately, her AoE kind of stuff or multi-enemy stuff doesn't work when you only got one enemy, but she can still help in other ways. I guess I should really focus on attacking with Ganyu whenever this guy doesn't have his shield up. I guess I could also try bringing Kaching as my main DPS, because I'll admit Kaching's probably just a little more fun to use in these kinds of one-on-one situations. Ganyu overall does do way more damage, but she's just not quite as
おさわり
fun.
禁止
Okay, good. Getting such memories of doing this domain every day for 2 weeks. So yeah,
リズムに乗れるかい
I might. Well, I hope I only have to do it for 2 weeks every day. I'll probably run it at least once a day for a while.
ロックの時間だぞ
Okay, that does fire. Good. Yeah, I am expecting to be parked here for a while, definitely. Okay, freeze him and use Barbara's attack buff. But yeah, I think on my next run I might try Kaching. Because Kaching can also help the,
リズムに乗れるかい
get rid of the ice shields, even if it's not quite as effective as the fire characters.
おさわ
And
り
there,
禁
of
止
course, is another case where even though I have Kaching built physically, I will use her Electro. Alright,
ついていきます次の仕
got
事
him. Yeah, we'll see. I wonder if I can beat it just as fast or even faster with Kaching. Could be a challenge. Just because her sheer damage output isn't quite as good. I would get two. Oh, okay, two ice ones, but are they good ones? Flat attack. It's got attack percentage as the main stat, but yeah. Could be useful on someone, but... Oh, if it rolls crit damage as the fourth stat... Yeah, the 4-star artifacts... Not so much. Alright, so now... actually, let me just try rolling that one 5-star... Was it a feather? Yeah. To level 4. Let's see. What's actually the fastest way to get to that? Well, this actually at least organizes it by type, such, so. Crit rate, energy recharge, so I won't lock it. And if it hits level 4, I can feed it one of my unlocked level 4 5-star artifacts, which I should have. Ah, here. Yeah, for instance, this, actually not a bad one, because it has percentage. Actually, let me hold on to it just in case, because it does have percentage on everything, and even if it's not attack focused, could use it for something. And this one, yeah, this one, feel comfortable. Nope. Alright, so that one I'll feed to somebody else at some point.
穏やかな雰囲気
Anyway, I'm planning on using some fragile resin today to keep farming that. I still haven't really gotten too bored of that fight, so I enjoy it. And I'll be mixing things up by doing the tower defense, but this time I won't be running the final difficulty. It's
ついていき
just
ます
too much of a pain in terms of it takes too long and it's too stressful for the whole time. So I'd rather do the next difficulty down, but I'll make it a little more difficult just by putting a limitation. So first, let me just try to do a perfect run, and if I fail to do a perfect run, well, depending on how deep I get, I'll either
急を
go
要
back
す
to
る案
farming
件
artifacts, or I'll do another run. So this is a combination that I saw somebody doing that seemed like it would work. But using Chongyun to turn Kaching's auto attacks into Cryo, using Barbara's E to apply Hydro, and just freezing people that way. And Kachink is also fairly good at knocking people back with her charge attack. So, that's a strategy I haven't tried yet, but I thought it might be fun to give it a shot. So, let's go. I hope that was just kind of a one-time loading thing. So I don't think they're coming from back there yet. Still do like having Hydro and Cryo at the front, but in the back, just regular Hilichurls coming. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna put a fire here because I think the fire can hit enemies as they come. And I'll build one of these here. Hopefully they don't kill them too quickly. Okay, there we go. Those guys are dead. See, so if I do that, and then so she should, yeah, the sword attacks are applying cryo, it seems like. No damage, of course, but they are applying cryo. And okay, so that was simple enough. Hydromechanic. Oh, okay, so let's. That one's pretty solid. All of these three are solid actually, but let's try to rely on Hydro a bit. If that's the case, then I got offensive Hydro because it's got attack buffs, but Alright, let's see if Electro as the last line of defense can actually work for me here. I got 20 left. Let's just start it. Oh, hello Nat. Thank you for coming by. What's up? Nothing too much. As you can see, I'm doing the tower defense. I figured I enjoy it quite a bit, but now that I've done beaten the final difficulty, and I have little interest in trying to do a perfect run of the final difficulty because it just takes so long. I mean, can you imagine after doing 9 rounds perfectly, failing on the 10th one? Oh shit, there's guys here! I did not do the right thing. Okay. Alright, this run's scuffed. Shit. Alright. So, I'm trying to do a perfect run of the difficulty prior, and that one was just me being careless. Not... at least I have that to think, consider. Yeah, so the bridge mechanism. So I panicked when I noticed those guys were coming, and I should have, at that point, gone up to the bridge mechanism, but I panicked and ran down towards the enemies, which it tends to work if you have pylons there to do actual damage, but since I hadn't built any, and they were already kind of past me, I ended up, and at that point it was just too late to get up to the bridge mechanism. So, this time I won't make that mistake. It's the same map. Again, I kind of wish I could choose the map, but hey, I'll get another chance. Yeah. Oh yeah, you had fun with the tower defense? I'm glad you had fun. I enjoyed it quite a bit too. That's why I'm here now. Did you ever try that, electro cryo plus physical build that I heard you mentioned, I think? I haven't run that. This is my first run of the tower defense since yesterday. Alright, let's see. I want them to come close enough that they'll get into the range. But that's an attempt that I might try. And I guess if it's something like that, I'll be happy enough if I beat it, period. Rather than a perfect run. But here, I'm gunning for a perfect run. And, you know, maybe once I do the perfect run, which shouldn't take me long because I've done it before, that you need to do a perfect run in order to get to buy at the shop, which I have. Then I'll add more difficulty, like restrictions to it, I guess. Take the attack speed, I guess. For instance, I should do one run where if I see a fearless or a fickle, I have to choose the fearless or the fickle. And believe me, that run does not sound fun at all. Oh god, I hate the fickle ones especially. After I got burned a couple times by fickle, I was just like, fuck it, I'm never picking fickle again. And I don't regret that decision. But if I have to choose it, and that'll restrict me, well, that'll be interesting. You had work not planned to prepare today. Oh, I see. Okay. You just did the dailies. Okay, that's probably a good thing. It's a good thing that you have other stuff in life that's keeping you busy other than video games and Genshin. Oh, now that since I don't have enough money for other stuff, maybe I should try building some mines here. Yeah. So I won't build too many mines, but a couple down here just... Oh shit, that's not... Okay, well, I guess I'll keep that there for now. But yeah, a few mines here just kind of as a last line of defense in case shit happens. Might be good. Alright, so those guys getting frozen. Okay, this... We're doing so well here that they're not even coming into range. Maybe I should next time build water a little further back and build this up front. But I do know in a round or two, it's gonna get way harder and they're gonna be coming fast. Let's see. 11 enemies left. Okay, I think the side areas are done. So, let's just double check. Yeah, so Kaching will apply Cryo when you're in the area created by Changyan. So yeah, that definitely works. And if you got Barbara Z going at the same time, you're just, yeah. I wonder... Water does have a much lower range than ice, fire, and lightning. Is that okay? Thank you for letting me know. And thank you for coming by, Evan. Oh, sounds like you've played this mode a decent amount, or at least know a good amount about it. Hydro, Cryo. None of these are all that good. Well, Hydro could be good, especially if I can use a vaporized comp. You cleared out the shop? Nice. Yeah, I actually have two. I've done a perfect run on this difficulty before, but I just kind of wanted to do it again because it is super fun. Not gonna lie. Let's see, so we got rock shield wall, geosymmetral. So a physical would be good, but let's actually try. Okay, this might be dumb, but I'm gonna try to go for the explodey combo. And for this one, let me replace that mine with an ordnance. Go from there. Haven't had much time lately. Oh, you're just starting the BB event. Yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah, the new music is great. I agree. I still haven't properly read through the story in CCC, but the bits of it that I've seen are definitely quite good. I hope you manage to get through it so that you get your free BB, because there's a reason why I keep calling her best Kohai. Even though I do think Mosh ultimately is best Kohai. Gameplay-wise too, she's more generically good. I guess the one time is when you're going up against, what, Avengers? Angry Mosh noises. Yeah. Poor Mosh. Oh, okay, something's up with my game. Alright, so here... So far I haven't had to help my pylons at all, really. But... that'll probably change. Let me dismantle this and have something in the back. Yeah, let's try that. Um, Alright. Geo. And none of these are all that good. Between the Electro and the Cryo, I figure I might be depending more on Cryo. And maybe what I'll do, yeah, assuming I win this, maybe next run what I'll do is limit myself to just 10 pylons, because there is an... Or actually, let's go with 11. Let's not go crazy here and go down by 2. Because I have had to beat this with 12 for the achievement. But, well, 11's just one harder, right? So, let's give that a shot. See if I can do it. Because at this point I have played this mode enough that whatever it throws at me, I'm not gonna say I'm confident that I can beat it, but I have a decent idea of how to react, even if the reaction takes me a few turns, a few waves to... But as I keep playing, I get a little faster, I guess. Devotion is more for Melt. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Melt is great too. And yeah, I'd say Melt is better too. But sadly, I do not have Melt. She's much harder to get than a welfare servant. Turns out a 5-star limited is harder to get than a welfare servant. Who knew? Fuck it, let's go with that. Alright, we got Ruin Guards coming. And of course, Meltrolus has that super cute voice. Not that BB or Passion Lip are any bad on that front. But out of those three, I guess I would also say Melt is my favorite. It's all about her legs, to be honest. She's definitely got the nicest legs. And as somebody who's not really big into the bigger ladies, shit, okay. I should have properly planned for this, because Ruin Guards are strong against physical. I should have replaced this with something like Pyro to do, yeah, the Melt comp. But anyway, I'll finish this round anyway, but I'll consider this a failure. Which, I mean, yeah, it is because I wanted to do a perfect run. Yeah, I didn't respond to that one Ruin Guard fast enough. I definitely had time as it was coming. Also, I should get rid of this. It's not really doing anything. But yeah, you mean the video you linked yesterday? Yeah, where what the Geo Traveler managed to beat. Was it 12-3 or something like that? In less time than Ganyu, which I don't know exactly what buffs Geo got, because I haven't really paid much attention at all to Geo. But I guess that'll probably change as I try to build up Ningguang. We'll see. I don't really know much, but I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess, if they made the Geo Traveler much stronger. Alright, let's try that. 10 seconds, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know how many seconds you have if you want to beat it with 3 stars, right? Because that's sort of the goal for every wave, right? And each one has a certain time limit. Alright, let's dismantle this, and so this is just practice for the next round, I guess. Let's dismantle that. Got these strengthened, and strengthen these. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, they're doing this. So, if I'm more active in helping to manage. Okay, the Ruin Grader there. Nice, alright. So the Melt Comp definitely works quite well up here. That's when these guys run. So what I'm figuring is if I limit myself to fewer pylons, the bottom area, what I'll have to put fewer, but I'll have to manage it by using the bridge destruction ability. So I saw a guy who did Abyss 12 only with Noelle. Wow. Yeah, Noelle, I've heard, is she has a lot of potential. I would like to get more constellations on her. I figure if I ever do get her C6, then I'll try building her as a main DPS with a high defense stat. She's very self-sufficient because she heals, and she heals by attacking, right? And the same stat that increases her burst damage also increases her healing, which is her defense stat. So, and we all know how much the game likes to give us defense artifacts. Alright, so that was a failed run, but let's try another run. But this time what I'll do is I just have to beat it but I'm limited to using only 10 pylons. I can never have more than 10 pylons, including mines and everything, on the field at once. Or no, 11, sorry, 11. She was your first C6. Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, you should do the same. Just see what kind of stupid numbers you can get out of her. Let's see. Oh no, that was a mistake. I'll change that on the other side. And yeah, I wonder if I'll get I know there's RNG with the map you get, but I feel like it's definitely very heavily weighted. Where on certain difficulties you're gonna get the same map almost every time. Let's see, and here, let's put a pyro here. I think the pyro can attack down there if needed. So we're at 0. Okay, apply cryo, do that. How are things over there? I think they're getting killed. Yeah, so this works. Basically the Hydro applies water to them into this zone, where the Cryo applies Cryo in the kill zone, so to speak. So shared a video who play Amber main DPS. Oh, really? I should check that out. With Amber, Barbara, Kaya, and Traveler. Oh, nice. A free-to-play team, basically. Yeah, that's really cool. I love seeing it when people do stuff like that. Alright, so... Electromechanic. Ooh, that one's good. That one's good. Yeah, I think maybe I can use Cryo as partly as DPS, maybe, even. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm at 6 pylons. I can only make up to 5 more, according to my rules. But if I can manage to make even fewer than that, hey, that would be, you know, pretty nice. I thought to myself I could say that that would be pretty pog, and I'm realizing I'm watching way too much Twitch. I didn't realize until I started watching a lot of Twitch that people actually do use that term just like very commonly. I'd only kind of seen it, I don't know, written down in certain contexts until, yeah, somewhat recently. Alright, since I do have 2 more, I'm gonna build mines. Actually, let's limit myself to this for now, and then if I have to go up 1, then I will. Right, so down there's looking alright. Up to here's good. Okay, that one's going alright. Up, back here, what's going on? 21. Oh shit, that guy making it? Nope. Okay, he looks like he's dying. Over here is looking okay. 11 enemies left. 9 enemies left. Think, yeah, both up here are fine. Yeah. So, can pre-apply Cryo. And then, actually we can also pre-apply water and just have them getting hit. Oh, almost fell off. Come on. Come in here so I get more points out of you. Nice. Alright. So at this point I don't need any more of these point thingies, I think. That one doesn't affect me really too much. That one doesn't affect me at all. Let's go with that. Rock, shield wall, geo. I think I'm gonna need... Oh yeah, you got that? Yes. Oh, but also I just realized I forgot to get my Genshin, yeah, overlay on. I had it on a kind of just a what is it, UI-less or setup. Oh well, that actually kind of looks pretty in my opinion, but this is a little more, it makes a little more sense. But anyway, now I need to destroy some of these, and I need to build physical pylon. So, I'll just dismantle that. We got pyro. Here's what I'll do. I'll put electro here. I'll put ordnance here. I'll dismantle that. And I'll go with pyro here. But anyway, thank you for sharing the link. Yeah, I'll check it out. Okay. Are things down there? Okay. Up. So the physical is doing its job, and they're staying frozen for the most part. Seems to be working. Come on. There we go. Nice. Actually, Kaching is way better in this than I expected. Her charge attack knocks small enemies back. She can kind of shock them with her stiletto just from afar. And she can shock them again by doing a charge attack or by teleporting there. And along with Changyun, it's actually a case where the fact that Changyun turns all your attacks into Cryo helps you, right? This is like the one thing it was built for. Geo Traveler OP? Oh, is that right? For this or in general? Because I haven't done much of Geo Traveler in anything, to be honest. I'll go with... yeah, none of these are all that good. But I think... let's see. You can wall off a whole lane. Yeah, I guess, yeah, with this length you probably can, huh? That would work. Could give something like that a shot. Yeah, maybe. Let's see, so this area is a little in danger. We got Electron. Alright, so what I'll do is put Pyro here. Still limited to 10, and if an emergency happens, I'll build another one very quickly somewhere around here. But otherwise, I'll try to limit myself to 10. The video, he did 164,000 damage with Baron. Wow, that's nuts. No. So, yeah, maybe I'll try experimenting with Geo Traveler at some point. But, to be honest, right now in terms... oh, no, shit. Oh, no, I shouldn't have gone that way. Here. Come on. There we go. I should have gone up and activated the bridge. But I didn't panic when I went down there, and I knew that I had a Pyro pylon there to do damage if needed. I just needed to freeze it. Alright, so... yeah, so my next Geo priority really is Ningguang. But I'm not sure when I'll be leveling her up. Just don't have the resources much right now. I want to get Mono up to 80 first. She's 70 out of 80 for me right now. I probably won't ascend her for a while up to 80 out of 90, but I do want to just get her up to 80. And then kind of play with... oh, I need to level up her first talent. Okay, nice. Managed to get through that one. Ooh, that one's good, but I'm not really using Electro. That one's good too. I'll go with that. Now we got Ruin Guards. Not sure which side they'll be coming on, and this is the wave that I lost in the prior one. But I don't need to be perfect this time, or at least I'm not going for perfection. I'd be happy if I got it perfect. There we go. Okay, the Ruin Guard's dead. Things are looking okay down there. Got the last item you needed for Kaching's sword. Oh, nice. Another 2.5% crit rate. Sweet. So yeah, that just means you can focus more on crit damage on her artifacts, right? Because, yeah, I think given Kaching's overall abilities, I mean, high crit rate's always good, but crit rate isn't quite as important on her as others, because she does have that flexibility, or maybe not flexibility, but just the ability to raise her crit rate. Not on demand, but if you get her burst up, it'll work for you. Okay, so this is going alright. We got 3 enemies left, and it seems like they're both gonna be Ruin Guards. Okay, that one's dead. That one's gonna be dead. Where's the next one gonna come from? But yeah, congrats. I mean, I imagine for the sword, it must be just the domain item, right? Which those are nice because you don't have the RNG of the artifact drops. I'm glad the RNG for enemy drops isn't really bad in this game, like in FGO. And you can always craft higher rarity items with lower ones. And it's pretty generous too, 3 to 1. Yeah, I'll take that. She has a 75% crit rate and you never focus on it. Yeah. Yeah, I guess if you end up with crit rate and crit damage artifacts, yeah, that's a good thing. It's just RNG being RNG. Okay, so I don't need an archer up here, really. For now, I think the down there they can handle it fine, so let's try kind of helping folks out here. So they'll help for the vaporize and melt comps. Okay. Shit. Come on. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Okay, phew. Yeah, I knew he was low on HP, but damn. Yeah. So I think I need to actively protect this side, kinda. Okay. Alright, it's just this one now. Nice. Did a perfect run, limiting myself to just 10. Kokogo, the legendary Adepta Beast. That's cute. So yeah, I'll do another couple runs of the artifact domain now. And next time, I guess, I'll run a tougher limitation. Or just a different one. What I'll do is, how about I have to not use any bonus, and if I get a... Actually, let's just start with not use any bonus, ever. I have to just press triangle. Because I was about to say, also, I can add on having to do either fickle or... What is it? Fearless. To be honest, I don't mind the fearless too much. It's sometimes a pain to deal with, but usually it's not too bad. But fickle, oh man. Fickle is just an absolute bitch. Right. I'll finally replace your crown with crit rate for crit damage crown. Yeah, 50% and yeah, higher crit damage. Yeah, that would be really great, right? So yeah, I think generally people say you want a 2 to 1 ratio between crit damage and crit rate. But I think with Kaching it makes sense to go a little bit higher than that. Alright, let's get rid of this guy. And I am gonna really try to focus on trying to stay healthy when I'm initially trying to kill the... Ooh, shit. Oh, no, 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 no. No. Kill the Abyss Mage. Okay, so that Frost Hilichurl... Oh, right, also I should switch over to trying Ganyu. Because I kind of want to... Or not Ganyu, Kaching for this fight. Because I did kind of want to try to do that. Yeah, 15% with their Q, right? And if you run a double cryo team and make the enemy cryoed, then Kaching will still enjoy the crit rate buff from the cryo elemental resonance, regardless of which element she is, because that doesn't matter. What matters is that the enemy has cryo applied to them. Okay, so... Can I keep him frozen, maybe? And I would really love a warm square right about now.
みんながそばにいてくれれば
Okay. Alright, so he's gonna get his shield back up. So Xinyan can definitely help get that shield down. Huh. Pretty well. Alright, let's get some healing going. And yeah, use his... Ah, nice. Use his burst. Yep.
燃えろ
Yep, got him frozen. I'd also like to try experimenting more with using Ningguang, obviously once I've built her up. But even before I've built her up, I can just take advantage of her shield for Ganyu. I feel like they're potentially a very good team together. Because
みんながそばにいてくれれば
Ningguang's shield naturally lends itself to supporting archers, like Ganyu. Even if it's sometimes kind of a pain trying to aim through the shield, because looking through it, it provides a little bit of obscurance. Not much, but just enough that it's kind of annoying. And I definitely want to take Ningguang around everywhere when I'm exploring the world. Alright, so that feather... Hydro... Not too bad. If that elemental mastery was a percentage, this would be a very good piece. My theory of MiHoYo announcing the new banners 3 days before the next one has been confirmed again. Oh, really? So the new weapon banner is in 3 days? Alright, so this is a Cryo Cup. So we got attack percentage. Oh! Okay, so this one's a good one. Now, I think with the cup, you might want a specific type of attack rather than just pure attack. But regardless, pure attack isn't a bad stat to have. That one has potential. Yeah. Not so... Well, I just can't imagine ever putting the cryo set on Diona, that's the thing. Yeah. Nope. So, defense percentage... Yeah, this one could be good. HP, crit damage, that one not so much. Alright, I'm gonna leave domain and come back with a different team. More about 2 days, because they announced it this morning. Oh, really? Okay, so we can probably expect it in that range then, huh? 2 to 3 days. So that means we still got, what, like a week to go before we'll find out about the next banner after Kaching. Which, we'll see. I do hope it's Hutao. I wouldn't mind that at all. Okay, let's save. There. Now, I don't really care for an archer, and if I want to support Kaching, I already have one. This could be interesting. Let's give it a shot. Ends in 9 days. Right, yeah, I think so, because it's, I think, a 2-week banner, and it started on Wednesday or something like that. So we're about half of a week in, which means we have about a week and a half. So basically we got about another week before we find out who's coming next. Okay, I wonder how well swirl works. I should, I guess, first try applying. Oh, come on! I saw that icicle this time too. I was trying to avoid it. I figured him going after the abyss mage would work. All right, so ooh, shit, shit, ooh, wow. Okay.
また失敗しちゃった。 急がないと。 元気出してよ。
Oh, that guy throws shit too, huh? I don't think I really knew that.
みんな頑張ってね。
Let's see.
我が剣よ、影に従え。瞬く間に。
So yeah, one nice thing about Keqing, she's pretty good at keeping the enemy on their toes, or on their not on their toes, on their back heels. She is really good at constantly pressuring the enemy. Also, I don't think I have I might not have the best weapon on Sucrose. Okay, so I wonder what happens if I do a swirl with that.
みんなは俺が守れ。もう
Okay.
瞬く間に。我が剣よ、影に従
So
え。
using his attack buff, yeah, we're doing pretty good damage here.
6308式ユニット。へい。
Okay, let's use the attack buff.
陣営のごとく。
Oh, yep. Can see those icicles now, but much better. I'm actually paying good attention to
陣営
them.
のごとく。
くらえ。よし、出発だ。
Okay, yep. I was about to attack him, but then I realized, nope, there's that icicle
陣
again.
営のごとく。
Gotta avoid it.
くらえ。
I'm learning. I'm learning.
みんなは俺が守れ。
Okay, so let's
我が
use
剣
the
よ、
burst.
影に従え。そりゃ。
Yeah, you'd like to be at Kaching's test. Not the same thing, but I hear you. But yeah, she doesn't give the enemy time to breathe. At least if you play her right. Oh, and the water plus Electro actually helps even when you're dealing with just one enemy, huh?
吸引テスト開始。超拡散形態。我が剣よ、
So
影に従
how
え。
well does that work?
くらえ。
Hmm. Yeah, I haven't quite done a good job exploring the potential of Kaching when she has the right supports with
みんな
her.
がそばにいてくれれば。
Because as I was building Kaching and using her as my main DPS, I got Ganyu, and then I realized Ganyu just can do it all on her own. And the supports make her even more godlike, but even without. And so I focused on her, but now it would be nice to have Kaching up there as well, doing really good damage. But first I do want to get Ganyu's attacks like up much higher. Alright, so I think that's a water flower. Oh, that one's pretty solid for, excuse me, for Mona. That was definitely quite solid for Mona. Well, if it rolls crit damage on the fourth stat, energy recharge, I don't know about that. Yeah. Guardian's Claw. Yeah, so for these kind of weird sets, which I don't really use, I guess Guardians, that 30% defense buff is pretty huge. So I should probably use it on somebody like Noelle at some point, maybe. But for now, I think I'm happy with using them as fodder, just because I know I'm getting a lot of them, and if there are only 2 stats, maybe I should only keep the ones that are 3 stats or more, even among those. But alright, so I got one possibly decent artifact. Let's try leveling up that Mona's artifact, potential Mona's artifact, and seeing what I get. Ching is the type of character you like to play for the story quest event. Oh yeah, Jim, or to play Ganyu for challenge quest in the Abyss. Yeah, I hear that. I kind of bring out Ganyu when I know I'm gonna have to deal with a difficult thing. Or if I just want to have somebody around that I can trust to just absolutely destroy whatever is out there. But overall, I do tend to prefer. Yeah, it seems I've gotten good flowers for water, huh? I do tend to prefer um, melee and Kaching's playstyle. I guess it was nice that I got Ganyu right when I did, because I guess Kaching's playstyle, while fun, if you keep doing any playstyle over and over again, it gets kind of stale. And Kaching's playstyle might have been getting a little close to that for me. Ah, so this is defense. Crit damage, energy recharge. Still kind of like it, even though it got defense. I just don't like. Yeah. No, I'll just use it as fodder. I don't need it. Now this one, if it can roll something good for the next stat, that's the fourth stat, it could be good. Could be good. Let's see. Flat attack? That's actually, I can live with that. Flat attack's not good, not great, but it's not terrible. If it keeps rolling the other ones, the what is it, attack percentage and crit percentage, it could be good. So I'll lock it for now. Yeah, crit rate and attack percentage, crit damage, energy recharge, defense percentage, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go and condense some more resin. And I'll do another challenge run of Theater Mechanicus. And let's make it even harder, yeah. Well, so let's just start by doing no... Yeah, just no bonuses. Always press triangle in the bonus screen. And then I'll make it just painful on myself by having it so that I have to pick the whatever, fickle or fearless. So on the other hand, you have a little trouble imagining her gameplay. Oh yeah? Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a good idea, right? Checking out her gameplay before you decide to use Primos. I'd definitely pull on her, but depending on her gameplay and her story, it'll change how much I pull on her. I really wish I could just hold down. And I guess I probably shouldn't be wasting Mora. But I like... Actually, how many can you release at once? Wait, where are the Zhao Lantern? Is it here? Oh, here. Oh, I happen to have lucky number 1313 Zhao Lanterns. You just saw what I did. I wasn't counting how many I was making, so it was just kind of random. Anyway, so at this point, that should release 50. I can't count 50 in my head that quickly, but I could believe that's 50. That's pretty cool. Wonder if I can release over 100 or even 500. Yeah, why this many lanterns? Because every time I've gone to the alchemy table, basically, I notice the lanterns are at the way top, and I figure I'll make a bunch. Also, I don't need any more of this battle pass, but whatever. And I figured at some point it might be fun to release just a shit ton of Zhao lanterns. That was 50, which is alright, but I'd like to release maybe a few hundred and see how it looks. Could be pretty. Could be fun. Alright, so let's do this difficulty. And I do like this team. I need to remember how to handle it. And I'll release the limit of how many pylons I can use. I'll use up to 14. But like I said, I'll use no bonuses. And I'll try to go for a perfect run, but I won't give up even if it's not perfect. Oh shit, I made the exact same error again. Actually, let's try putting this here. Yeah, let's try that. Could work. Actually, let's put Hydro there and Cryo there. And yeah, recovery here. And this will work. Yeah, oh cool. Let's start. Okay, so I think they're in the zone for the recovery. That seems to be working out alright. 20 enemies left. Yeah, so the enemies seem to be getting killed pretty properly. Oh, over there, nope. Now, I also know some people have been doing what I think are called AFK runs, because you can just literally set up the pylons and then watch. But I'm not that interested in that, actually. I find it quite a lot of fun managing it in real time. So even though I do like the challenge of... I do like the idea of the challenge of not being able to do anything in response to what's happening and just having to set everything up properly from the beginning. I think I'd just end up hitting my head against the wall over and over again if I did it that way. Okay. I think we can handle it okay. Let's put in one in the back as an emergency measure. Yep. This is... oh, that's what you do most of the time too, where you put oh, not enough. Okay, so where you put the basically hydro cryo in the front like that and recovery. Oh, you do AFK runs? Oh, I mean, more power to you if you enjoy doing it that way. I would find it just really frustrating myself. Oh shit. And the same comp too? Oh yeah. Yeah, I think this definitely works quite well. I like the results I've been getting. And it's pretty manageable. I don't get too stressed. But I kind of wish I got a different map. So far today I've only gotten this map for this difficulty. Maybe there is no RNG and people have just thought there's RNG. Shit. Maybe it's just for one difficulty it's the same, but I feel like in the exact same difficulty I've run different maps. But overall this map isn't all that hard, that's the thing. So maybe I'll go down a difficulty, because to be honest, the prior difficulty tends to have a map that's quite a bit harder, I think. This map is kind of designed for single player almost. Whereas I can tell that one of the other maps at least looks like it was designed with multiplayer in mind. You gotta lead. Now that he's frozen, I don't need to lead. It's a good time to practice getting headshots, right? Alright. So I've got enough points. Alright, no selection. Let's dismantle that. Actually, I think it'd be better to put one of these here and one of these here. I don't really need more points at this point, so let's get rid of this. And I think something to destroy shields might be useful. I might end up getting rid of that. And here, let's try, I'll dismantle this, and I'll put water here. Don't need this. So yeah, I'll have a few floater slots that I can use. And I'll never have used the anima turret or the portal. Yeah, well, so I have used the anima turret a few times and I found it generally not too useful. Maybe there are comps that you can build with the anima turret that work, but I haven't really managed to find a way to fit it into my team. And right now, whatever team I'm using tends to be working alright. And the portal I've straight up never used. It takes up 2 whole slots among the 14 you can have, I think, or at least 1. And I don't really need to be teleporting from place to place like that. I would rather kind of overload one side with turrets that I know can handle everything, and then focus on the other side kinda, than make them kind of even and portal from place to place, you know? Some maps can use the anima tower to blow bad guys off edges. Yeah, that's one thing that I have found useful. I agree with that, definitely. It tends to work if you find the right spot and everything. But yeah, I find that I can usually manage with this kind a little better with the freeze comp anyway. Alright, let's skip this. Alright, this is actually not too hard, even without any bonuses. At least so far, it seems. Rock shield wall. I guess part of it is that I've gotten pretty used to this. This map. Also, I wish I would default to reconstruct instead of destroy when you have another pylon selected. I keep forgetting and end up deconstructing first. Okay, this is a case where I actually might want to, no. They'll get into the zone of the pyro soon enough. And by that point, they'll be fairly hurt. Also, actually, yeah. Oh, the ice and water seem to just go straight through their shields, huh? So there's not much issue with their shields. Alright, this is kind of almost an AFK run. I've barely touched the enemies with my own characters, but yeah, so far this is going alright. Yeah, I wish there was a difficulty between this and the highest one. Cause fuck doing 10 rounds of that. Yeah. Oh, frozen enemies can't block? That's how it works? Okay, thank you. That's cool. I didn't quite know the exact mechanic behind that. But that makes perfect sense. They can't block, even with their shield up. Yeah, even six waves, to be honest, is a bit on the high side. I think 5 would be the sweet spot for me. Okay, so I'm guessing ruin guards are going to be coming from the sides, and we're going to have runners in the middle. This comp tends to work for the ruin guards. Yeah. Oh shit, that's not the right thing. Okay. I don't quite know what the cooldown for this thing is, so I'm just gonna wait it out. So that hopefully it'll come off cooldown at some point early on in the actual wave. I just saw the square button and I just couldn't help press it. In this game, pressing square a bunch of times tends to work. It tends to be useful. I think the animo turret also can be useful for doing swirls if you decide to use it. I don't know, some setup where swirl can help, but again, in my case, I don't think the swirl. I guess the swirl will always help, but it's one of those things that the opportunity cost is just not there. Okay, so those guys are coming. Okay, so the initial runners we managed. Oh shit! I don't like how you can't grab onto ledges in domains. Oh shit! Is that guy? Oh, he's dead. Good. Okay, the explodey comp with the electro tends to work alright. Down there. Oh shit! I didn't mean to fall. Okay. You're dead. Got him stunned momentarily. Also stunned momentarily. Stunned again momentarily. There we go. It'd be actually kind of neat if we could integrate this kind of tower defense into the actual game somewhere, where you actually have to set up pylons to deal with enemies. So you could have them getting frozen while you attack them in the, in the normal sense. The challenges would have to be quite scaled up, of course, because you got a lot of stuff going on that you can use to help you doing crazy elemental reactions and shit. Oh, no. Oh, good. Okay. But I could see that being fun as well. I hope this tower defense inspires them to do something like that in the actual game. I imagine it could be quite hard to pull off properly though. I could imagine it sucking if they don't do it right. But one of my favorite segments in any first-person shooter game ever is Half-Life 2 Episode 2. And actually it's got multiple segments that are like this. But one of them involves you protecting Alex, this other character, while she's being revived, and all these antlion enemies are coming at you from multiple different holes in a cave. And it's kind of like tower defense. Now you only got 2 turrets, and spoilers, they break down about halfway through the fight. So the rest of the fight, it's just you and a couple of buddies, so it's not really tower defense. But they could have done it kind of tower defense style. And there are other segments that are kind of like that, where you have some friendlies and or turrets, and you just have to kind of protect a single area from an oncoming onslaught of enemies. So, oh, come on. Did I not get the freeze right? Okay, so I lost at least one. So maybe instead of... Okay, so I lost two. Maybe instead of the explodey, what I'm gonna need is... And this is just in part helping me out for the next round. I'll dismantle... And just keep freezing them. Ah. Shit. Are they also escaping down here? I haven't really noticed any. I think all the ruin graders have escaped though. Maybe I can instead... Ah, that one didn't escape. Nice. Only you had VR headset to play. Yeah, me too actually. I'd love to play Half-Life Alyx on VR headset, but I do not have one. I guess I could always buy one. It's not that... At this point, they're not all that expensive, to be honest. I wouldn't mind paying like $1,000 even for one, but I don't really have much space to do it. And quite frankly, I imagine even if I bought a VR headset, I'd probably spend way too much time playing Genshin anyway. Man, if Genshin had a VR mode, can you imagine? It wouldn't work for combat, of course. It would just be, yeah, if they decided to make it so that you're like floating in the sky looking down or something like that, you'd still get headaches. It would just be too crazy. But if there was like, I don't know, waifu mode, husbando mode, where you could go on a walk in Liyue Harbor during lantern rites in VR mode, that'd be cool. I actually do have a PS VR, but I haven't played it in a while. It has some good games, but the main problem for me is that it gives me headaches. Not because of the visual thing or anything, but because of the tightness of the headband. And unfortunately, even though you can fiddle with the tightness, it's like the less tight you make it, the more loose it becomes, obviously, in your head. So, but the more loose it is, the more likely the visuals will get messed up, because you want the screen to always be the exact same distance from your eyes at all times. And if that shifts like even a little bit while you're playing, it can kind of mess with your head. So I tend to keep it fairly tight for that reason, but again, when that happens, I start getting headaches. Space is also a problem for you. Yeah. But there are plenty of VR stuff that you can do in small space, like racing games. I have enjoyed playing car racing games in VR, especially using the PS4 controller as a wheel. You know, it works fairly well, especially when you're in VR and it looks like you're in a car, right? That's what the VR is supposed to give the impression of. Oh, shit. Oh, come on. Now, car games can give, what is it? Motion sickness sometimes, I'll admit, but it's generally not too bad because you have the kind of this stationary car area around you, kind of helping you out, keep a stable frame of reference.
よし出発だ
Only 18 meters squared in your apartment. Oh wow. Yeah, that isn't not too big, huh?
全力攻撃だ
Let's see, 18 square meters. That's roughly what? 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, so it's 5 squared is 25. So it's a little more than 4 meters to a side, huh? If it were a square. Not bad, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that's fine. You know, when I was in college, I was living in dorms that were probably smaller than that, to be honest. But at least it was a single. I didn't have to share my room with anyone, which I always preferred. Okay, so let's try this.
傷なんて痛まない燃え
超拡散形態6308式
Oh shit.
くらえ
Oh no, I saw that too. Well, I saw that in the middle of my...
全力攻撃だ
元気出してよ
Oh shit.
行け
Okay, good. Kaching will get healed a bit.
くらえ
So if I do that
いやふん燃えろ
and do that, how well does the swirl do?
吸引テスト開始
Still haven't quite worked out how best to use Sucrose. But she's one of my higher
行け
constellation characters, so I think she will be worth the investment
みんながそばにいてくれ
to
よ
learn as well as to build
自衛
once
のごと
once I get good artifacts on my DPS characters. My friends have much smaller than yours. Oh yeah? Yeah.
吸
You
引
can always find people who are worse off, right? So it's good to appreciate what you got.
剣よ影に従え
If you got 18 square meters, there's somebody over there who's got 17 square meters and they're jealous of you. And there's somebody who's got 16 and so forth. And there's somebody who's got 0.
全力攻撃
There are many people who have 0. At least we're not one of those
自衛
people.
のごとく
And yeah, just count our lucky stars that we're not in that unfortunate situation.
瞬く間に
No, okay, so I should use... I think Sucrose's E should follow Bennett's fire somehow.
燃えろ
Okay, but does he have fire applied? No, I guess the shield probably protects against the fire.
せえ
Okay, the shield. Nice. Okay, so there the swirl... Okay, the swirl did a decent job.
瞬く間に
After 2 hits, I think it was
行
gone.
くわよ
So I'm not sure if that's a hit-based thing or a time-based thing. I'll have to check. But I'll have to keep that in mind. I have a limited amount of time to take advantage of the swirl after infusing the enemy with a certain element. Right, so I'm getting a lot of ice artifacts today, but they haven't been, well, yeah, they're good. This one has potential. Definitely has potential. So on Ganyu, I definitely want crit rate and crit damage percentage on Feather. If I can't have both, it's not really worth. But this could be useful on another Cryo character at some point. This could be good on someone eventually. Alright. Also took an apartment in the city center. Oh, nice. Yeah, I live not in a city center, but I live in a major kind of not kind of very dense city, and I live close to one of the major squares. Not the biggest one by any stretch. Probably not even the in the top 3 biggest. But it is a square in a city, a lot of stuff happening, so I do like living in that area. It's just a shame these days, of course, I don't get to take much advantage of it,
急がないと。
but at least I get to spend some time streaming on Twitch and such, right? It would be nice to go out to restaurants and stuff. Alright, so do that, then
吸引テス
I
ト
do
開始。はっへい。陣営のごとく我が剣よ影に
do
従え。
that.
え
Shit.
くらえ
Ah, missed. Where are you?
行け。
Oh no, shit. Let's heal.
燃えろ
Oh no. Alright, so I did pay very good attention to that ice for like a hot minute, and then I started fucking up again. But hey. Just gives me another chance to do better next time, right?
陣営のごとく。え
Yeah, Barbara with the Vaporize comp.
くらえ
We can have Benny supporting Barbara, get the fire on them, and then Barbara DPS using Vaporize. I mean, that doubles her power energy output, right? Vaporize?
たまたま。
Shit.
無双の風。シミュレート。吸引テスト
There
開
we
始。
go.
瞬く間に。
Thank you.
逃がさない。
Always nice to live in this kind of place. Yeah, there are always things to do when there's no corona. Yeah. I mean, I guess it all, of course, also depends on the person, right? And even on the person where they are in their life and such. But for me right now, I do like being near the
陣営
city.
のごとく。
And I'm glad I had so many. I still have so many grocery stores that I can walk to. I can't remember the last time I drove to a grocery store actually. I always like to walk, get a little bit of exercise that way. And it also limits the amount of food that I can buy at once. It's kind of a win-win, I guess. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that.
瞬く間に。
Oh. Okay, so we're close to halfway done on this guy.
くらえ
Explosion can help kind of knock him back, I guess.
燃えろ
Vaporize is good for just straight up a lot of damage.
みんなは俺が守れ
And in the meanwhile, I want to use Benny to buff a lot of
世の
things.
乱れを切りミュージック6308
Okay, yeah, so this explosion to try
陣
to
営のごとく
kind of just, yeah, stun it works. And let's see if water with electro,
行け
electro charged, how good is that at stunning it to knocking it back?
陣営のごとく急がない
The last time you walked somewhere was because your car was in the auto shop? Really? I mean, it also depends a lot on where you live,
俺
right?
が守れせ
Because I live in a city,
健康よ世の乱れを
even though I do have a car, I prefer not to drive.
7号式モジュール6308式ユニット安全
燃えろ
And I also live in a fairly safe city without that much car traffic. That's another big thing.
陣営のごとくやっ
燃えろ
Yeah.
よし出発だくらえ
Yeah, I haven't been out of the house too much the last couple
みんながそばにいてくれれば
weeks, to be honest. I used to take walks pretty regularly during the summer and fall, but oh man, I've mentioned before, but
出発だ
February around here is the worst month for winter. So we're hitting pretty consistent cold with snow. It's pretty miserable. I prefer to stay indoors. Closest thing to your house that's not another house. Okay. It's grocery store 1.2 miles away. Oof. Alright, Mona, let's see what you got. Yeah, I know there's a lot of places in America that are like that, and even worse, where the closest thing to you that's not another house and is like 10 miles away, and the closest thing to you that is another house is like 2 miles away, you know? Alright, the substats would be good on Mona, but the main stat is dog shit, sadly. Oh, this one, depending on what the fourth one rolls, this one could be quite good. Your grocery store is like 3 meters away? Wow, nice. 3 meters. You just have to like trip and fall over and you're there. This one again could be good if it rolls a good stat on the fourth one. We got 4-star artifacts. Not really worth. And garbage. Garbage. Alright, so a couple of potentially good Mona artifacts. We got a hat and a feather. I'll try leveling up both of those to 4. Just see what that fourth stat rolls. And if not, if they don't roll a good thing, I'll be able to use them for fodder for the next thing. Actually, I wonder how much Mora does it cost when you do that actually? Beating ones that... This with defense is the main stat. I think I'll hold on to it in case there's some Hydro character who's gonna want defense. But this one has potential. Damage, energy recharge, defense. Yeah, I feel like this one's just too spread out in different things. If it had double defense, I might keep it for a defense, or if it had double crit of a sort, then obviously it'd be great. But with defense, energy recharge, crit damage, and attack, flat attack, yeah, I think I'm not gonna miss this. Nope. A few days ago you went to see a friend, but it went rather badly. Oh. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that, but I mean, these days, at least getting to see a friend at all has its benefits, I guess. So that one's all flat substats. This one's, so it's HP percentage, energy recharge percentage. Wait, so I have a hat, one hat that was good, and was it a feather? This one? Yeah, this one has potential. If it rolls a crit or, yeah, crit related thing next. Energy recharge. Guess I'll hold on to it. Overall, I do like energy recharge percentage. It's just that these stats are really spread out. Maybe if it keeps rolling one trash. Alright, and I think I had some 4-star blizzard, so this attack percentage. Yeah, stats are too spread out. Yeah, this one has potential. Let me try rolling it. If I get a good fourth stat. Yeah, this is one where, again, the stats are just way... Well, no, I'm gonna keep rolling it. If the next one doesn't roll crit... no, I won't miss it. I'm starting to realize just how cheap... flat attack. I don't know. Crit damage, flat attack. I don't think it's gonna be worth keeping, but I guess I'll lock it just in case. That one, trash. I don't have many with energy recharge, I think, so just in case I'll hold on to it. Attack percentage. Yeah, this one I've already locked. Crit rate, energy recharge. Yeah, this one I'll try leveling up. This one it could, if it rolls a good stat for the fourth stat, it could be really good. Crit rate. Yeah, this one unfortunately not so good. Nope. Yep. It's defense main stat, healing bonus, crit rate main stat. Well, it does have crit rate main stat. If I can roll crit damage, it'll be worth keeping. And only if it keeps rolling crit damage. So let's try rolling it, and if it rolls crit damage, I'll keep rolling it until it fails at rolling crit damage. Say, oh, you flirted. Okay, that's pretty unfortunate, but I mean, I don't know. Could end up going well. I don't depends. Yeah, if it happened yesterday, you're not gonna have a great perspective on it yet, but it could be not a bad thing. All right, so it does cost quite a bit of Mora, huh? 3,000 Mora. Defense percentage. Crit rate is the main stat, but such garbage substats. It's like with the defense, double defense and other HP as substats, if it had a main stat that was defense focused, it would be potentially quite solid, but no. This one. Alright, so I'm gonna try rolling this. If it rolls crit damage. Actually, and do I have any? Yeah, this one sadly didn't get rolls that I needed, but it's got 2 flat stats. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and use any of these that don't have at least 3 percentage stats. Oh, I don't have enough more. Okay, so what I'll do, because I've done a couple runs now there, I'll do another challenge run of Theater Mechanicus, and this one is really gonna test me because I will select Fearless and Fickle, and let's just say if it's got both Fearless and Fickle, which seems to happen pretty often, I'll start by saying I'll choose Fearless, not Fickle, because Fickle is way worse. Fearless, I've generally dealt with just fine. I've been able to manage. But Fickle, man. He's, oh yeah? It always happens to you, huh? Well, yeah, that could be a good thing. Oh, what's going on? Floating screen is taking a while. Right, there we go. Okay, it's the same map. I might just do a lower difficulty at some point just to switch things around, because I mean, as much as I'm getting pretty confident at doing this map now, it is a bit stale just doing it over and over and over again. So next run, I guess I'll go down a difficulty And I'll put even more limitations on myself. Maybe I'll try a different comp too. Yeah. But we'll see. Okay, I think that should be fine.
牽引戦表
Nice. Alright, getting lots and lots of points from these guys. Yeah, so I've realized wave 1, actually don't even need anything in the back. The ice and water guys can take care of it pretty easily. Which saves me more... what are they called? Beneficus points or whatever? To build other stuff later on. Alright, Fearless. Monster defense increased by 20%. There we go. I think some of these guys might be runners. What do you think's the first place I'll go to once this thing's over? Good question. Korea is definitely on the list for somewhere to go somewhat soon. I haven't been in a couple of years. And I'd like to go see my family. It would be nice to go with my sister too, who she lives in New York, which is not too far from where I live actually. But I have been lucky enough to see her a few times. But yeah, generally haven't seen her too much. How about yourself? I don't know if you have family in other countries or if you have other countries you want to visit. I definitely want to go back to Europe for vacation at some point. Check out different, another country. France would definitely be on the list of one of the countries I want to visit. Even though I've been there once. It was only for one weekend. And it was only Paris. And I know there's plenty of France that's quite nice that's outside of Paris as well. Okay. So we got runners. Let's see. Okay, that guy's dead. So I'll have to take care of the runners here, I guess. But for now, we're handling it alright, and we're getting a shit ton of points. And yeah, I'm not really even noticing the 20% extra defense, I guess. And I feel like in round 2, it's always... yeah, the side ones I managed to take care of very quickly. It's the middle one that takes the longest. Let's see. This will help to melt vaporize if the explosion hits them with the fire. I also appreciate that headshots do knock them over, even if, of course, they don't do any damage. Wow, you want to make a trip to Czech Republic? Huh. Should have done with a friend. Oh, do you have a friend who lives there, or do you mean go there with a friend? Either way, that sounds nice. Like, I've never been to Eastern Europe. Czech Republic would be a country worth checking out. Alright, Fearless or Fickle? One Stonehide Lava Churl. Those guys are pretty fast. I think Explosion's a good setup for them. So what I can try doing is Pyro there. With your best friend? Oh, nice. Yeah, that sounds great. Trips with friends. To be honest, I haven't gone on many, but those can be quite nice. I usually go on trips either with family or by myself. Construct that. I feel like... Okay, so what I'm gonna do is get rid of this
行くわよ
one, because at this point I have all the points I need, really. And I'll power up these... Oh, here's an idea. Put the Arcanum here, and I'll put the Electro here, and the hope is that... Ah, I think the Pyro's just outside of the range. Is this in range? It might be. So let me dismantle that. Put a Pyro there. You have no family in Czech Republic on the other end. Oh, you have Poland family in Poland. Cool. Never been to Poland either. Well, again, never been to Eastern Europe. I recall I did live with a Polish guy in college for a bit. He was a pretty cool guy, very intelligent. Come on. Electro! Ah, so close. Okay. Not a perfect run, but that wasn't the aim. It was to do the Fearless and everything, which unfortunately it was the Fearless one that ended up costing me. I think this physical pylon isn't quite the best against that lava churl. I think an explosion comp might have been better. Or just doubling up on freeze maybe, something like that. But you live, you learn. Hopefully I can do better next time. Let's see. Might as well dismantle this, I don't need the points. Alright, there's only Fickle, so I have to choose this. Oh! It didn't fuck me over! That's the first time it's not fucked me over. Holy cow, I thought there was always something that fucked you over. Yay! Yay! So lucky. It's the first time you saw that too? Nice. Yeah, it's like after the first couple times that Fickle just absolutely gave me awful shit, I stopped using it. So I guess I never gave it the opportunity to give me something good. Which I guess that is, and Pyro's gonna be quite useful here, I guess. Alright, let's see, I might build more Pyros as things go. Oh yeah, Pyro should be useful against those guys. Okay, so what I'll do is replace this with Pyro. Replace this with Electro. Alright, so this time somehow the fact that I had to choose Fickle actually worked in my favor. And yeah, I want physical against those guys. Destroy the shields. Okay, that seems to be working. We have Pyro and Explodey going on here. Destroy their shield. And we got with Melt Vaporize. And on this side, we got physical, hopefully breaking down their shields. While water and ice stop them. Down there seems it's pretty dependable, the ice plus Melt Vaporize. Let's see, can I help them along? Oh yeah, Chongyun can actually help destroy their shields, huh? There we go. Alright, Fearless. That's nothing. So, again, I'm thinking Ruin Guards will be coming from the side, as usual. And yeah, the physical here isn't going to help me much at all. Let's try water. Fire. So hopefully I can keep them kind of frozen. And I'll have the... well, depending on the case, I might switch this Pyro to an Ice. But for now, let's keep the pyro there. I do like this comp where I freeze them and then it leaves them kind of open for the pyro to hit them with a lot of damage. Because the pyros tend to be very inconsistent in their aim. And I can slow them down even more by, yeah, hitting their weak spots. Okay, great. This tends to be working, I think. Wonder, can I accelerate their demise by putting another pyro, or actually, you know what? Let's dismantle that. Put a pyro here. And I'll dismantle that and put a hydro here so that I can freeze them if they suddenly come all the way back here. Put a pyro there. I'll replace this with a pyro. Or sorry, put a hydro there and dismantle, and actually this would be a good time to boost the strength of that pyro so that it can kill the enemy very quickly. So no problems down there. One enemy left over there. Okay, we got this. Alright, last wave. And then after that I'll do another couple runs of the... Okay, so I'll skip. Of the domain. And then for the tower defense, I'm gonna go down a difficulty because I'm getting sick of this map. Right, so let's actually try to win. Yeah, these guys stay frozen for so little. Come on. There we go. Maybe what I'll do is just keep with the freeze comp. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'll replace this with the pyro. Yeah, and I think that hydro in the way back. Oh no! I thought it was gonna die with that one last hit. But anyway, what I'll do is replace that in the back with hydro so that I can get a vaporize going. Shit, that's a cryo, not a hydro. Yeah, so that I can get a vaporize going. Okay, well, managed to beat that. I do still want to do perfect runs. That one I lost 2, and they both could have been stopped if I had just run it a little better. But, you know, what can you do? Can't play perfect every time. Just gotta try. Okay, so I have 1 condensed resin. I'll go ahead and condense more resin. How much resin do I have right now? 26. So if I use 1 fragile resin, I should be able to condense 2 more. The duration of the freeze is not the same if you do hydro, cryo. Oh, really? But you don't remember which one's more effective. I did not know that. I should look that up at some point. Maybe because tower defense is going to be around for another few days at least. Something like almost another week, I think. So, yeah, if I look it up, I might be able to find better comps, better combinations. And if at some point I'm feeling really cocky, you know, I keep doing perfect runs of the easier ones. Ooh, pretty. Then I might do a run of the final difficulty again while attempting to, you know, do a perfect run basically. Nobody getting through. Alright, expedition. Now let's go to keep doing this domain. I'm gonna need more Mora. Oh, I should. Yeah, that's what I'll do after I do 2 runs here. I'll go and um, trade in some of my Geo Sigils for some Mora. Because, to be honest, I guess there's really no reason not to trade in all of them. Because as far as I know, there's nothing else that you're ever going to be able to trade them in for. But having it in Geo Sigil form kind of forces me to save, I guess. Also, I should remember to try to use Bennett's burst before using his E. Try to stay healthy. There we go. Oh shit, I totally heard him coming from the back too. I should have dodged it. Right, let's increase that crit rate. Alright. So, okay, let's work on really seeing how can I best keep this guy from, or keep him occupied basically. Because the less time he has to attack, obviously the more openings I have to attack him. And from what I can tell, it's actually possible to delay his getting his shield back if you do keep him constantly stunned. So with overload and electro charge, I guess. And because the more I can reduce his shield recharge, the faster I can beat him. Ah, getting his shield back. Okay. Yeah, let's just try to stay out of his way when he's doing those slams, because he does leave a freeze, an icy area over there that causes you to get hurt. Okay, vaporize and let's raise the crit rate. Okay, and use electro charge. Can electro charge stun you? Why don't I use the Cryo Electro combat to reduce enemy defense? So that's something I do play around with when I use Keqing and Ganyu. But to be honest, when I use Ganyu, it's like I just use Ganyu as the DPS. I could try bringing Diona and doing a comp like that. Yeah, I could do Bennett and Diona instead of Bennett and Barbara maybe, because Barbara's a full-time healer, Bennett's a part-time healer. So if I have 2 part-time healers in Bennett and Diona, they could do my healing for me and take Sucrose. Yeah, that could work actually. I could try that. I could give it a shot, especially because my Keqing is mainly built for physical. But, oh, and I would have a shield, huh? But one thing is I'm still getting used to using Diona. I'm not so confident at using her right now. But, you know, that'll change. So this one's water. Has potential. Energy recharge is good on her, but I'd rather have elemental mastery and crit. Nope. Nope. Alright. I think I just got dog shit. Artifacts that run, I don't think a single one of those is good. Yeah, not great again. Certainly not. don't need great. I'd be happy enough with good, you know? Alright, let's try switching up the team then. Instead of Barbara, because to be honest, Barbara doesn't add a whole lot to this team right now. Choosing Diona. Let's just make sure. Yeah, that's what I want on her. And yeah, I'm also not very good at using shields. So, again, that's another thing I need to get used to. One thing I did notice, which I'm not a fan of, is that when you're using shields and you're using an archer, at least when you're using Ganyu, the shield kinda obfuscates your view of what you're aiming when you do the charge shot. Feel like there's gotta be kind of an elegant way to fix that. And I wish they did something like that because it is kinda annoying. Alright, so I'll start by doing elemental damage right now because I need to get rid of that shield. And I want to do fire. Oh, let's get my shield up actually. Just because, I mean, even if I don't really use it much, shield's a shield, right? Oh, oh nope. Okay, so, nope. Alright, I need to get used to having Diona there. Okay. Pyro works too. The explodey. Okay. Come on. God damn, that guy's protecting him. Oh shit, there you are. Okay. Alright, that was kind of a messy start to the fight, but hey, it seems to be working now. So now's a good time to try using the what is it, superconduct setup. So it seems like the superconduct doesn't last too long. Oh, okay. Same problem with your Ganyu, or maybe worse, because you also use Zhongli. Oh, 2 shields. Oh yeah, 2 shields. Yes, that sounds even worse. Because the shields visually just overlap each other, right? Okay, so now let's try using hers. Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure if the superconduct is doing its job properly, but I mean, I'm certainly taking its health down pretty quickly. So I guess I'll take it. The results are pretty good so far. So I feel like I have to keep switching to Diona to apply Cryo, but it seems to work. The loaded E. Oh, she has a loaded E. I think I knew that at one point, but yes, she totally does have a loaded E. I forgot about that, but I remember reading up on it, so that's definitely a factor. Like I said, I'm still learning how to play her, so yeah, that'll help. Thank you for reminding me. 2 Cryo and 2 Cryo 4 stars. All right, what do we got? Defense percentage as the main stat. That's garbage. Electro, yay, that'll be perfect for building a Cryo Kacheng, right? Those aren't bad substats, but why Electro? Why couldn't that be Cryo? Huh? Why couldn't that be Cryo? Yeah, so if I do Kacheng with what's his name? Chongyun. I guess that can work. He can change all her attacks to cryo, and she can use that 15% cryo damage bonus buff to just, yeah, big brain, definitely. That's galaxy brain level here. Oh, this one's actually not too bad on, yeah, on Mona. It's 4-star, but garbage. Yeah, sadly it's a 4-star artifact. Yeah, not so good. This is the only one that has any potential, and it's not that great potential. All right, let's do another tower defense run. I am still quite enjoying the tower defense. Though actually, not sure. I think it might make sense for me to do. I just want to check up on this because I'm not sure that I did my run of the ruin guards there yet today. And taking care of the ruin guards there will at least be one way to break up the pace a little bit, because just going back and forth between domain and tower defense can be a little mind-numbing. It's much better than doing just one of them. So given that that Electromage is still alive, I'm thinking I didn't do the ruin guards here yet. Poor girl. Just takes her way too much time to get started, and by that point she's already lost way too much HP. Is Ningguang the next character I'll level up? Maybe. I'm not sure. In terms of leveling up characters, I feel like my next step is Mona up to level 80. She's already at level 70, but we all know how many resources it takes to get from 70 to 80. But I figure I want her up to 80. But in terms of a low-level character, because you can see my Ningguang's only 21 right now, but I love her playstyle so far. It's very different from both Keqing and Ganyu. And that appeals to me a lot right now because I've kind of relied on those two as my main DPSs for so long. Okay. And from what I can tell, Ningguang has a very high upside in terms of what she can do in damage. But mine is only C0. So that's kind of an issue. I hope to get her C6 one day. You do need... Yeah. To be honest, I do feel like you can get away with just being at level 80 out of 80. You don't even need to go up to 80 out of 90. Because you do get extra stats with the Ascension, but the extra stats are not game-changing. Not nearly as significant as artifacts. No? Alright, so time to take advantage of this choke point. Oh, the Ascension for the 10% crit damage? Oh, does the Ascension itself give the extra crit damage? In that case, yeah, that seems totally worth it. I forgot about that. Right, kill 2 of them. Right. And like I said earlier, I think Ningguang with Ganyu is potentially a very powerful combination, because Ningguang can protect Ganyu quite well. Especially once you've kind of gotten an idea of how to use her wall properly. Which I'm still in the middle of getting the hang of. Right, how much more did I get from all that? Not a whole lot, I'm sure. 18,000 total. So I think I can actually level up at least one artifact. Up to 4. Yeah, defense is the main stat. That hurts. So when you got attack percentage, yeah, that one's not so good. Crit damage, yeah, this one, it needs to only roll crit damage ever. If it rolls anything else, it's not so good. This one, I think it's not really worth keeping, to be honest. Ningguang wall only blocks, yeah, projectiles. Yeah, so I think it's useful for when you have enemies, well, projectile enemies, obviously, right? Who are far away and they're shooting at you, and the wall just keeps them from being able to hit you while you deal with the close by enemies. And then once you deal with the close by enemies, you can go deal with the far away enemies. But I don't know. We'll see. Ningguang herself seems to be a solid DPS in her own right. But I'm not sure if at C0. I really need crit damage on my Ganyu. That's what I'm looking for. Let's enhance this to 4. Yeah, crit rate is definitely a higher priority, or crit damage is a higher priority than crit rate. Elemental Mastery, nope. And let's look at the Heart of Depth. So, yeah, no. Attack percentage, defense percentage. Attack percent, yeah. Not so good. Okay, so this one, if it keeps rolling crit damage, it could be a good one worth keeping. I built too many artifacts at the same time. I should sacrifice some pieces to improve others. Oh, it'll cost me less artifacts and Moras. Yeah, I guess that's true. Ooh, whoa, I got a pretty good roll here. Crit damage. Let's see what I get for the next one. Yeah, I'm sure over time I'll get better at managing all this, especially with the Mora. I am kind of a hoarder when it comes to this kind of stuff, though. Yeah, I don't have any Mora left, so that's pretty fixable though, because I have a decent amount of Geosigils. So I'm just gonna trade in a few more so that I can keep upgrading my artifacts. Yeah, I figure up to level 4, yeah. Yeah, no Mora, yeah, right? Oh yeah, so all that Mora went to leveling up my Diona, really. Man, yeah, I'll just start by... Oh, and also, yeah, it went to... So, if you don't know, I have maxed out her first talent here, right? So I don't have any of her talents at level 9, so you can't see directly, but you can see to go up from 7 to 8 costs 260,000 Mora, right? So going from level 9 to 10 costs 700,000 Mora on top of a lot of other materials. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, you don't have any Mora left despite the event. You have a friend who sells his 3-star artifacts for Mora. Oh, really? Sells them for Mora instead of feeding them for... Oh, I didn't know you could even do that, but I mean, that's interesting. But yeah, talents are the money sink, and I think that's, I mean, that's the case in FGO too, right? That's where the big QP costs come from. The last few levels of talents, of skills. All right, come on, give me crit damage, crit damage, crit damage. No. Overall HP percent actually isn't too bad. It could be useful on somebody, but this is not a Mona artifact. Energy recharge, not worth it. HP percentage. So this is one that actually has potential. But you know what? I'll just lock this for now and not really worry too much about my water stuff. Let me focus on the blizzard stuff. Yeah, your Kaching skills take, yeah, right. I also recently leveled up my Kaching first skill. I'm actually planning on saving up Mora to level up her first skill further, because I think it's at level 7, and if I can get it up to 8, that'll be good. You can be picky with flowers and feathers. Yeah, that's the sense that I get, because those two are the only two where the main stat will never change. You always know what you're gonna get. So this is HP and defense. Could be good on an ice character who uses but it's okay. So unless it has at least 3 percentage stats, I guess if it's a 4-star artifact, I'll just drop it. Not really worth. Energy recharge and HP percentage could be useful on somebody, just not. Yeah, that one's garbage. Attack percentage, crit rate. I'll keep that. Attack percentage, HP percentage. I'll keep it, but yeah, none of these are Ganyu ones. Yeah, it's all these feathers that I really should be being more. So it's like this one has crit damage, and that's sadly I've been. Oh, this one also has crit damage. 7 point, but that one has higher crit damage. This one also has attack. I guess this is probably the best feather I have, other than this. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't worry too much about the feathers at this point. This one's got all 4 good percentage stats. Yeah, I won't worry too much about the feather then. This one, I believe the hourglass, yeah, I just want attack. Got crit damage, elemental mastery. Yeah, it's got flat attack though. Crit damage, yep, flat attack again. Not so good. Crit rate, defense is the main stat. Yeah, no, so I'm really needing a good hourglass, I guess, timepiece. Let's see, do I have any good 4-star ones? Crit rate. Yikes, not a single attack one other than this one. Right, for this one, obviously cryo damage bonus is the most important. This one's not bad, but it's not great. Man, it's just too bad that it doesn't have something other than anything other than crit rate. If that was just crit damage, that alone would make a huge difference. So that's one reason why I kind of like this piece with crit damage and attack. Crit damage, energy recharge. Yeah, I'd rather get something with crit rate or as the main stat and then a crit damage as a substat. That'd be perfect. Yeah, garbage. So yeah, still no luck really. Well, so I'm gonna go do the Theater Mechanicus. Actually, let me just check how much resin do I have. Got one. Yeah, so I guess I'll do one more round of Theater Mechanicus and a couple more runs of the domain. So, and then I'll probably call it a stream because I have been going for about 2.5 hours now, and figure a little under 3 hours would be a good amount for me. You're going to bed? Alright, thank you for coming by. Yeah, these are 3D waifus, right? In Genshin Impact. Even though it's projected to a 2D screen, they are modeled 3D. Alright, I'm gonna do the 2.0 difficulty. And I will always choose Fickle. The King Protea fight out? Wait, yeah, I actually don't... I don't know when the thing happens, because in NA we didn't have that event, or we didn't have King Protea yet, but I know she's supposed to be coming very soon. It's the next event? Okay, so, since I do like to... Oh, come on, seriously? I purposefully went down a difficulty just... Okay. Fine. But yeah, I'm looking forward to King Protea. I hope I get her. I won't be pulling hard for her, but I hope I get her. Am I not getting... Yeah, I mean, I plan on getting every Grail and every lore that the game releases. We'll see if I can, but that's the idea. Wait, there's a King Protea event this event right now? Really? If that's the case, yeah, I better do it. I don't know if... Wait. I mean, I know at the CCC event there's, I know the challenge quest during the OG run was... What's her name? The really sexy woman. Ah, shit.
急がないと。
But I didn't know King Protea was in the rerun. So, you know, I guess I better check it out. But I'm kind of way behind on CCC, to be honest. Just the grind on that. It's hard to motivate myself to actually do that grind. It's so much. I really hate the extra enemies charging. That's the new bit in the CCC rerun? Okay. Cool. I did not realize they were giving out extra Grail for people who did the original. Because usually, well, if the original event gave out a Grail, what they'll do in the rerun is if you've done the original, they'll give you a lore instead. It unlocks almost right away? Okay, cool. I'll probably run into it somewhat soon then. But another Grail is, of course, you know, very much wanted. Ice Shield Wall. So I should put a Pyro. Yeah, the Oh, and the enemies aren't coming from down there either because this is easier difficulty. Yeah, more grails are always good, of course, because obviously they allow you to grail servants, and it's always good to be able to show love to your waifus. Make sure that they are at the highest level they possibly can. I'm not sure who I'll take to 100 after... Well, now that I have all the Kara no Kyokai girls at 100, I have Gilgamesh at 100. Yeah. Maybe... Okay, let's choose Fickle. Oof, Pyro cannot attack for one wave. Alright, so... So these Pyros are gonna be useless. So might as well build something else. Wooden shield wall. Oof, the wooden... Okay, so I'm gonna have to help with Amber. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll just keep slowing them down a bunch then. Maybe use the ordnance. Water. Well, the water does have an attack buff, so it can work. Oh, I need to build stuff down there. Shit. All right, so I'm hoping that I can get by with just one water here and one... Oh shit, I don't even have enough for that. Okay, in that case, let's do this. Right, I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on this. Let's see.
剣を入れよ
Right, over there, things look okay there. Okay, because the water is able to do so much damage, I guess it's working okay. Let's do that, and dismantle that. Put water there. How are things looking here? Okay, things look pretty safe over there. Okay, actually things are going alright. And I got 666 points. Alright, because the difficulty is kind of easier, I guess what I also should do is limit the amount of pylons I can use. But I guess maybe I'll do that another time. Dendrogy. Alright, so I can actually use Pyro this time, so I'll go back to using a little more Pyro. So I'll put Pyro here. I don't really need any more money per se, so I'm gonna dismantle that, and I'll put a power-up thing here. I'm going to dismantle that. Put a pyro. I'll replace this with pyro, and I'll put a power-up thingy. Oh shit, that's not the right one. Don't have enough. Okay, good. So I wasted some money, but I think I should do okay.
剣員全票
Okay, those guys are getting frozen. Everyone seems to be getting frozen okay. Yeah, so at this difficulty, maybe limiting myself to only 10 pylons would be, I think it would definitely be feasible and maybe a lot more fun, because the pylons are just really powerful for relative to the enemies. It's just I really wanted a different map. I was happy enough to fight a easier fight as long as the map was different. But RNGesus looked down upon me and was like, nope, fuck you. You have to fight the exact same map again. I always could have restarted, I guess, but I didn't want to bother rolling for another map. And then, you know, if it was the exact same map again, it would have been so crushing. So, might as well do this. Try to do a perfect run. Pickle. Okay, Electro cannot attack, but that's fine. I wasn't even using Electro. I think we'll do fine on with this. The Pyro works. Maybe. Andrew, can we make the Explodey work with Electro and Pyro? Oh, huh, nice! Wow, great job, Pyro Pylon or Cryo Pylon. That was a heck of a snipe job. Alright, so we got 5 enemies left there, because I was totally being lackadaisical, barely paid attention to those guys there, and at least a couple of them almost made it through. Alright, final wave. Stone Hut, yeah, Pickle. Electro unable, but again, I'm not using Electro, should be fine. And I get bonus for the Pyro. This is actually probably going to be somewhat easy. Oh wow, are those guys already dead? I was looking for them so that I could activate the mechanism so that they'd fall, but they're already dead. So actually, yeah, Fickle has been better for me than just not using anything at all so far, because the penalties have been basically inconsequential for the style of play I'm using. So yeah, that was a fun enough run. So now what I'll do is I'll end the stream by doing a couple more runs of the domain and really hope that I just want a good piece that I can put on. Well, I want a full set, of course, for Ganyu, and it's obviously going to take a while because I still haven't even gotten one really good piece. Gotten one passable piece, I guess. But the good part is, at least, I haven't gotten bored of this fight at all. It's super fun. Not sure that Sucrose is the right choice there, especially since I'm not quite the best at using her. Yep.
急がないと。
But I think the best way to learn to use her is to keep using her, and I'll get practice and I'll get better. Okay, I've definitely gotten somewhat better at avoiding this guy's attacks while attacking the Abyss Mage. But it's still a challenge, I'll admit. Okay, let's use Superconduct. Okay. Okay. Use Superconduct.
みんながそばにいてくれるわ
Good. Got hit. Got the Abyss Mage down. Raised that crit rate. Use Overload to kind of stun it. Okay. I think, okay, we got Superconduct going here. To be honest, pulling off that Superconduct consistently is not the easiest. So we got Superconduct. Yeah, and I'm not quite sure how long the enemy is affected by Superconduct. Oh. Damn it. I don't see any warm areas. Alright, let's get some healing going. More healing. More Superconduct, I think. Yeah. Nice. That was very lucky. Superconduct. I also need to get a better sense of Diona's cooldown on her E. There we go. Alright, so yeah, still getting used to using Diona, but I think I did a bit better than last time. There you go. Alright, let's see what we got. Come on. Give me some good rolls, please. One water, one ice. Why does the main stat have to be HP? Why? Alright. No. It's crap. Alright. this one is actually pretty good. This is a good 4-star piece. This one, sadly, it only has 2 stats, but if that third stat rolls a crit damage, could be a good piece, even if it's a 4-star. Alright, nothing really good. I'm going to break open another fragile resin and condense some more resin. But then after that, and then after that I'll do one more run, but then after that I'll call it a stream. Yeah, so this is about what I was expecting when it comes to the artifact grind, and one reason why I was so not looking forward to grinding artifacts, but now at this point, artifacts are basically, yeah, one of the only ways that I can get my Ganyu really up high. And I do want to really push her damage ceiling up as high as possible, because I think having one dependable DPS who can just do monstrous damage when I need her to, can just step in there when I need somebody to just destroy shit. It's having somebody who can do that, I think, will be very valuable. So that's what I'm trying to do now. But again, the RNG gods are not the most giving, I guess. Not right now, anyway. Okay, so I still have the goulash effect up. Let's see. Start by activating her shield. That. Okay, that works pretty well. Okay. I do love Kaching's ability to attack people from afar. Just, even though she's not an archer, she's so good at doing that. Okay, yeah, let's use Overload to keep the enemy from doing too much. Nice. Get that shield up. Yeah, so that can also slow him down. That's useful. Here, let's increase that crit rate. Here, let's reduce that for just a moment, but we can go back here. We got superconduct going? Yeah, there's some superconduct going on right now, definitely. Here, can we get, yep, slow him down with the explosion. We get Bennett's attack buff, Diona for the electro, or for the ice, and then Kaching for the electro. Ah, okay. Oh shit, that one got infused with the wrong thing. Alright, that's not gonna help me. Yeah, let's use that shield and keep using Pyro to melt his shield. Okay, yeah, nice. The overload definitely, I mean, it's not perfectly consistent, but it's definitely useful for slowing down the enemy. getting it stunned so that it can't do its thing, whatever it wants to do, whether it be recharging or just
みんながそ
attacking
ばに
you.
いてくれるわ。
そりゃ陣営のごとく出会
Right, so
う
it's almost
6.08
dead.
ユニット瞬く間に
Come on, there we go. Alright, final run, final roll of the artifact, and then I guess I'll go ahead and level up some artifacts if there's any that have potential, but well, I'm pessimistic, but let's see. Let's see what we got. Okay, we do have one cryo. Animo damage bonus, of course. So if I want the Animo Hydro of what hybrid on somebody, I guess that would work. Okay, that's crit damage. Damn it, the other stats are garbage. I mean, HP percentage isn't utter garbage, but it's not good. Not so much. This one's pretty good. Of course, with flowers, we can be more picky. But anytime I see crit damage along with energy recharge, it has potential. It at least has potential. I'll give it that. Alright, let me go somewhere warm and then I'll try leveling up some of this stuff. Cause yeah, there were definitely some with potential. And maybe it'll be let's see. I haven't really looked at my artifacts in this menu yet, but oh, you can't seem to sort by like set, huh? Let's start by looking at the Blizzard Strayer. Defense percentage. Attack percentage, energy recharge. Yeah, I do like crit rate. It's just such a shame that the substats are so bad. And everything else, the main stat is bad. It's really only this one that, yeah. Crit damage. Attack percentage, yeah. This is the feather. Crit damage 5.4, yeah. It's not really useful when I already have decent feather. It's just such a shame. Look at how many times this rolled energy recharge. If it rolled any of the other stats, but it just kept having to go to energy recharge. So this one, I like. I'm definitely locking it. Well, yeah. Even if it rolls something bad on the last one, I think this is worth keeping even if it doesn't go in Ganyu. So I'm gonna go ahead and try enhancing it. Could be worse. Flat attack isn't horrible. If it gets crit damage, if it rolls crit damage on the next rolls, that'll be very good. Right, Heart of Death, this one, energy recharge, attack percentage, energy recharge and defense. This one's pretty solid. Let's try rolling this. If it gets something like Elemental Mastery or one of the crits, that'd work pretty well. Let's see. I guess this isn't a good enough piece that I want to waste that much EXP on it at once. Yeah. Oh! Oh! This one! Okay. This one has potential. It is sadly not a nice piece, but it's got attack percentage, crit rate, crit damage. It just needs to keep not rolling HP. Crit rate and crit damage. This one rolled HP at least once, so. Alright, I'm gonna try feeding it another one. Energy recharge, yeah. Come on, give me one of the crits, please. Could have been any of the other ones. 1 out of 4 chance. God damn it. Alright, I think that's gonna be about it. I didn't see any other artifacts that I really saw potential in. Look at that one. I don't know who could use HP and attack together, but maybe there's somebody. Animo damage bonus, yeah. I don't care about that on this set. This one actually yeah, I'm gonna try enhancing this. No. Well, if it can get good rolls just for crit and attack, it could be okay, but yeah. Oh well, so yeah. I think I basically got no good artifacts today or yesterday, but again, that's about what I expected. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. This was overall pretty fun, though, at least. I had a lot of fun with the tower defense. I might stream a bit more tower defense at some point before it goes away, and yeah, we'll see. I don't know how far I'll get into CCC this coming week, but at some point I know I'll be streaming the challenge quests of CCC. But for now, I hope everyone has a good rest of the Sunday evening and a good week. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.